Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
You know, Zoran Mamdani here is just begging people to make his faith an issue because he keeps making it an issue. He won't stop talking about it, and he won't stop hanging around with radical criminals. Now, Mahmoud Khalil is a radical criminal. You know, I, quite frankly, as a Christian, would not do what he did to City Hall for Christianity. I mean, he basically had I don't know what it is. I am not familiar with the culture, but they put carpets down and they all sat down Indian style and they seemed to be eating with their hands and they had some sort of Ramadan thing, which I thought was incredibly inappropriate and just, you don't do those kinds of things. Not there, not in that way. And listen to this fellow he broke bread with. Here's a maniac from Staten Island. And he's good friends with the mayor. I'm going to tell you about him. But first, this is what he sounds like. Okay, go ahead.
Zoran Mamdani. He's joining us today straight from City Hall to not only welcome us into this blessed month of Ramadan, but to also join the largest Muslim congregation here in Staten Island. Alhamdulillah, with our facility nearing its completion, we have over 2,000 people that pray here every single night. And so with that, I am very excited to announce the new mayor of New York City, Mayor Zoran Mamdani, up to stage.
All right, stop for a second. The guy who just talked is Abdullah Akil, political director of the Muslim American Society of New York and a pro-Hamas activist who went viral leading a chant at a New York City rally, "Strike, strike, Tel Aviv." And we did not act tough enough. We will show up stronger than we did the first October 7th. He also led crowds and chants for Intifada. Akil, serving as advocacy director for the Muslim American Society Youth Center in Brooklyn, is actively injecting his radical agenda into New York City public schools via the Mosques in Schools program, teaming up with Students for Justice in Palestine, which is an outright terrorist organization, by the way. What they have done to young Jewish students on American campuses, it's more than just a crime. It's a human rights violation. It's an atrocity. An atrocity. These guys are guilty of atrocities. They've been setting up chapters for Students for Justice in Palestine, special prayer spaces, events across dozens of high schools, while his reach feeds straight into hardcore networks like Within Our Lifetime, which works hand in glove with CARE link groups and Muslim Brotherhood-connected entities to whitewash and mainstream violent intifada rhetoric under the phony label of justice. Oh, and it's so fashionable, right? It's amazing to me that there are a lot of white liberal women who will embrace this crap. They will, because it's a social flex. It's a status thing. And the precious faith that you were brought into, you dismiss. Pick it up. What does Zoran say after this bastard introduces him? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. It is such a privilege and a pleasure, Assalamu alaikum, to be here with all of you at Staten Island Mass for the first time. And it is an honor to be here as the first Muslim mayor in our city's history.
I'm just...
We did not act enough!
This is it.
If we acted enough! The headline behind you and read, Gaza has been liberated. So our work is not done. We must show up. Stronger than we did the first October 7th. Louder than we did the first October 7th. Make it clear that we are not going anywhere. We will keep fighting until Palestine is free. From the river to the sea.
Shut up, Abdullah. Shut the hell up, Abdullah. You're not going anywhere? Well, maybe we should just follow you everywhere you go. If you're advocating for terrorism, you want to be tougher than you were on October 7th? What, you want to rape more girls? Huh? You want to kill more babies? What do you have in mind there? The idea that the mayor of New York City got on stage with this punk, with this radical terrorist, smiling and happy to be here and salam alaikum, this, that, and the other thing. It's disgusting. I remember not that long ago when there was a huge controversy about erecting a mosque like 3 blocks from ground zero. Look at where we are now. And you know what? You got to flex this muscle. You have to flex this muscle. The easy thing to do would be to shut up and not do anything and pretend this is all beautiful or just ignore it. But this is not beautiful. And you know, there's something called taqiyya. Have you ever heard of taqiyya? So it basically, in Muslim, it legitimizes lies to avoid persecution and compulsion. In Islam, it says, we are allowed to lie for the sake of Islam and Allah. We will even pretend to be friends with the enemy and deny our faith if necessary. This is a strange moment. You know, those ISIS sympathizers, whatever the hell they were ISIS terror fighters, sympathizers. They were ISIS soldiers. And they set up a bomb and explosion right outside the mayor's house, and the mayor won't even address it. He'll say white supremacy when there's Islamic radical terrorism standing here in the face. That suggests that he supports it. It really suggests to me that he agrees with the ideology. And does he agree with the means? I don't know. Why did he go to Senator Schumer's house on the night of October 8th and yell and scream? Yell and scream about what? The retaliation hadn't even started yet. All right. 800-8489-222. 800-8489-222. Wow. CENTCOM is about to give an update on operations in Iran. Thank you. I have a few questions myself. I have one other thing to share with you. I found an old tweet of mine, and I think it's very appropriate for right now, okay? Because I wrote it during the dark moments of 2020 and November when it looked like President Trump was finished. And I wrote this: I am not worried because everything will be perfect. 1, I haven't forgotten the many times real Donald Trump has come back from the abyss. 2, I've read about what's happening now in the great book. Highly recommend. Lots of footnotes and explainers for comprehension. The Charles Stanley Life Principles Bible. It's all in there.